Welcome to the Legalpreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Sager, founder and CEO of Legalpreneur Inc. As a serial entrepreneur and someone that works exclusively with small business owners legally protecting their business, I'm dedicated to covering common legal issues faced by business owners, providing you with the business knowledge you need to catapult your business's growth and showing you just how some of the world's most elite entrepreneurs have handled these legal and business issues themselves. In true attorney fashion, the information in this episode is not legal advice. This is for informational purposes only, and you should always consult with your attorney before implementing any of the information in the show. Hello there, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be chatting about being in the room. I'm currently in Austin, Texas. I have a really special dinner tonight with a group of amazing business owners, and I'm going to chat all about being in the room. But first, gotta let you know about Dream Bigger. Don't forget, we now have our 2 payment option. You can pick a payment plan for Dream Bigger. We want as many people to be there as possible, and so we're making it more affordable. Make it in 2 payments or 1. It's up to you. That option is still available until we sell out. We do still have some VIP passes. It's probably going to be selling out in the coming weeks. So get your ticket now before they're gone. And we also have our legal protection playbook. $37 to learn everything you didn't know you needed to know about the legal side of your business. You get their 3-part course, which is talking about planning your business, preparing and growing and scaling. 3-part course, plus there are some bonuses in there. One of the bonuses, which is probably the best, I know it's the best bonus, it is a one-on-one call with me to chat specifics about the legal side of your business. I know everybody has a different business, so you have different needs for everything. So we're going to have a one-on-one call, chat specifically about your business. Now, there are limited spots available because there's only so much time in a day. So if you want to make sure you have that one-on-one call with me, go get it now. It's at thelegalpreneur.co. It'll be there in the show notes. Okay, get in the room. And what I mean by that is make those investments to be in the room that will force you to expand. So I went to Costa Rica earlier this year with MGC, Millionaire Girls Club, owned by Jill Stanton. She was on the podcast already. And this dinner is what Jill is putting on, basically just like a catch-up dinner. She's building a whole new community. And this is not an episode to promote what she has. It's just to remind you to make those investments to be in the room. This is very similar to the mastermind that I'm in with Chris Harder, and making those investments to better not only yourself, but your business. Because when you are in these rooms, you have no choice but to expand, no choice but to up level. I remember when we went to Costa Rica, a lot of people were confused. They're like, okay, is there like classroom days? Is it a mastermind? And Jill was like, no, there's no structure. Like, we have things on the agenda to do, but I'm not going to tell you, hey, this time we're going to talk about this. This day we're going to talk about this. She just knew that when you put this many high caliber women in a room together, magic happens. And so that's what happened. We talked business, but we also talked personal relationships. We talked money. We talked business growing and scaling, like so many high level topics that we got to talk about that you don't necessarily get to talk about with people that you interact with in everyday life, because maybe who you interact with in everyday life doesn't see your vision as a business owner. They don't see your vision as this investor. They don't see your vision to truly grow and expand as a human being. And so in order to get out of our comfort zone of who we interact with in everyday life, we have to get in the room with other high level people. This may be going to a conference at Dream Bigger. That's going to help so many people grow and expand. And not just Dream Bigger. Like, if there's any conference, maybe Dream Bigger, you can't make it happen because you can't fly to Phoenix, you can't travel to Phoenix, whatever reason. If there's a local conference that you can go to, just start getting out there to meet new people And I hesitate saying to network because I know networking, it really turns some people off. They're like, "Ugh, I don't want to go network." I truly view it as expanding myself. I love meeting new business people because number one, there's so many new perspectives. Number two, you never know what can happen at these events. Like so many times I go to an event, whether I'm like dreading it because I really just need to go and I don't really feel like going, or if it's something I'm like really excited about, no matter what, whenever I'm at these events, something magical always happens. And I attribute it to really the universe just always ensuring that everything is in your favor. Everything is working in your favor. And so when you take that inspired action to grow and scale and become that higher version of yourself, no matter where you are, magic is going to happen. So get in the room, whether that's going to a conference, go look at local meetups, local entrepreneur meetups, business meetups. It doesn't have to be a huge conference that you have to fly across the country for. It doesn't have to be this, a multiple 5-figure investment for a mastermind. It can be those things, but it doesn't have to be. You can always start small and then get bigger. So I remember when I first started my law firm, I had joined this local group. I think it was a women's group in Houston, and I started going to that. I went a few times. I made some good connections, but I knew like, okay, I've got out there locally. I really want to get on a bigger scale. I really want to meet people on a bigger scale, higher level. And so that's when I joined Chris Harder's mastermind. And being in that room, Chris always says, this mastermind in these rooms, it's either here or one connection, one introduction away from whatever you need. So if you're looking for this specific type of person to help you in your business, it's either somebody in that room or somebody in that room can make that introduction to that person that you need. If you're looking for this type of investor, it's either somebody in this room or somebody in this room can make that introduction to somebody. So don't be afraid to make those investments. It can be local events, conferences, masterminds. It can be just other small little meetups or online summits. Whatever it is, just put yourself out there to meet new people. And I encourage you to not really approach these events on, oh, what can they do for me? What can I do for those people there? How can I support these people? So a lot of times I'll go to the events, and when I meet somebody new, I'm like, oh, like, what do you do? And then it's like, oh, what are you currently struggling with? Because a lot of times they're like, oh, I've never had anybody ask what I'm struggling with and how you can help. So they're, number one, they're surprised and they're grateful that you ask because everybody wants help with their struggles. And so naturally, they're going to want to return the favor. And whether they ask you then and there, or maybe later on, they remember and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to serve you however I can because you helped me with what I was struggling back then. So approach it as in, what can I do for these other people? How can I serve them? Be there to serve, and it's naturally just going to come back around to you tenfold. So don't be afraid. I know a lot of times making these investments can be scary, but just know that when you are in alignment and you are taking that inspired action, magic will happen. All right, get in those rooms. I will keep you updated on any new masterminds that I know of coming up because I know we're coming up to the end of 2022. A lot of people are going to be enrolling for their 2023 masterminds. I'm actually not going to be doing a mastermind next year. I have decided to, I'm really sad to not be renewing Chris's mastermind, but we're putting a huge focus on fundraising again for Legalpreneur. And so we're going to be doing a lot of pitch competitions and attending more startup events. And so I have to make sure that I'm available for all of that and not take too much time away from the kids. So any masterminds I share with you, like, it's just going to be like, hey, if you are interested in this type of mastermind, like, I know this, or if you're looking for a certain type of mastermind, let me know and I can try and find somebody that I think would be a great fit. All right, you guys, check out the Legalpreneur playbook, or the Legal Protection Playbook by Legalpreneur. It's only $37. You get the one-on-one call with me, plus all the videos and modules in the course. Then don't forget about Dream Bigger. It is less than a month away. Get your ticket now. You can pay up front or you can split up into 2 payments. And I will see you guys on Here at Legalpreneur, we're committed to providing a supportive legal community for all business owners. I know how scary the legal stuff can be. If you found this information helpful, I would be so grateful if you could share it with a fellow business owner. And quite frankly, it doesn't cost anything to rate, review, or subscribe to the show. Your support helps me reach more listeners, which allows me to support more business owners in their entrepreneurial journey. Have any questions or comments about the show? Feel free to drop me a line on Instagram. I promise I read all of the messages and comments. And if you want to be a guest on the show or know someone that would make a great guest, simply fill out our application form and a team member will reach out if we think it's a good fit. I'll see you in the next episode.